Hey everybody, welcome back. Rob9 here. Thanks for checking out the channel and clicking on the thumbnail because I know you want to see this little dandy. It's a pistol caliber carbine, another one in my collection that I picked up just a few days ago and something that I had been keeping my eye out for a long time. Did not want to get one on Gunbroker even when I could find one for sale. Didn't really want to have one shipped to me. I like to do face-to-face transactions with people that I can sit and talk with. I don't like to order guns online because it's not personal enough for me. I like to know who I'm getting my gun from. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does because it makes sense to me. But just to let you know, not to get off on a tangent or anything, but guys, what you see on my channel are guns that all belong to me. They're not guns that I've begged, borrowed, or stole. Borrowed from friends or family members or the guy down at the pawn shop. They're not guns that are loaned to me by the manufacturer. They're not guns that, my neighbor brought over one day and said, hey man, you can put this on your channel. They're all guns that belong to me. And they're guns that I either currently own still or that I have owned for a short time, maybe traded them off, got something I like better. Because we typically will keep what we shoot the best, feels best in our hand, something that we feel married to, and then the rest of them we just let them go. And that's a whole other video because a lot of people feel like you should never sell a gun once you buy it, that you should keep all the guns you can, but I'm not independently wealthy, so I do have a lot of guns, but I keep the ones that I like the most and trade off or sell the ones that I don't feel married to. That's just that simple. But anyway, not to get off on a tangent, but just let you guys know that you're dealing with a real person here. These are all my guns. And I'm proud to show them to you, and hopefully my videos can be a little bit informative. So when you get ready to go out and look for that particular gun, that's why you went to YouTube, to look for the videos to get some education about it. Hopefully my videos will help you guys out. So anyway, now I'm done saying that. But anyway, the Keltec SUB2000, wanted one for a long time, finally found one, and it is in the 40 Smith & Wesson, and they make it in the 9mm, but not the 45 for some reason. And the packability, the lightweight, simplistic design, that's all the reason to get one of these. They're not the prettiest gun to look at. They're not something you take to the range and say, hey buddy, look at this. Isn't this the most awesome thing you've ever seen? Because he's going to look at it and say, yeah, it looks like an ugly girlfriend that I dated in high school. It's just simple. It's a simple design. They work really well, and it's packable. So you can literally fold this carbine in half and fit it in a pistol case, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. You can fold it in half, put it in a laptop bag, you can put it in a shoulder bag, you could put it in a saddle bag, you could put it in a small suitcase. I mean, the possibilities are endless. With a single point sling like this, you can actually fold it in half, stuff it under your coat in the wintertime, and carry it concealed. And then when you want to deploy it, all you do is just, when you lock this back, I'll show you here in a second, you push this lever here, unfold it, boom, and you've got a carbine just like that. And in this case, you just may have a 30-round magazine in there. Okay, or you may have one of these 10 rounds or 15-round magazines. But let's show you real quick how to fold this little thing up. Let's take the stick magazine out. And to do this, it's very simple. Okay, you just pull down on the trigger guard. Pull it up this way. There we go. See how that's loose? Fold it backwards across the top of the receiver. See if you can hear this click. Did you hear that? There's a little detent right here, and there's your locking lever. And that's locked. Now you have a very compact little carbine, foldable, stowable, in case of emergencies. Take it on a hiking trip, taking it on a camping trip, take it on a hunting trip. At 4 pounds, you won't even hardly know you have it. And the coolest thing about this, when I went to clean it when I got home, look how accessible your barrel is. Is that sweet or what? I mean, can it be any more accessible to clean than that? There's your bolt and your trigger group and all that down in there. It doesn't really have much of a feed ramp, which is one thing I noticed, which is interesting. Because if you look in there, can you see that? It's a little bit of a feed ramp, but really not much of a feed ramp. So the design just continues to amaze me with this little Keltec SUB2000. It gives you a little proprietary key that you can lock the little carbine in this position if you stow it away and you're safe or something. You don't want anybody even having the ability to unfold it and use it. Insert this into this little brass fitting and you turn it clockwise and it will lock that, so no one can use this no matter what. Now to unlock it, insert the key, and would be the opposite, so you would go counterclockwise, push the lever over, like so, and then you have to give it a good snap. Let me see if I can do this in the camera. And let's see if I can do this. Kind of hard to do with one hand. There we go. Did you notice the trigger guard is no longer separated from the grip? It's locked in place. The barrel is in line with the receiver, and it is now fully functioning carbine again. The rear sight is somewhat of a peep sight. The front sight has a little fiber optic orange blade with a hood. Very functional, very AR-15 type. You know, when you fold it back, this little rear sight folds down. So if you wondered how that worked, and you didn't notice it a second ago when I folded it, that actually folds back as you fold the stock down, so it doesn't, of course, get in the way and break your rear sight. It's an all polymer frame, polymer foregrip. Your recoil spring tube here is, of course, metal, and your barrel's metal, and your springs are metal. Feed ramps metal, stuff like that. But all the stuff that makes it light is all polymer. Very light. Charging handle is here in the rear. As you can see, of course, there's nothing in there, so we're dealing with an unloaded weapon here. But to charge around in the chamber, you would simply, okay, closes the bolt, and to lock it back open, as you can see here, it's got the little indentation there. If I can do this with one hand, it might be kind of difficult in the camera. There we go. Lock it back. Okay. This is not a collapsible stock, not like your AR-15s. You cannot, extend it to 6 different positions and things like that. It is a fixed stock. And something that I've ordered online that I'm expecting in the mail here very soon is a piece that fits on the recoil buffer tube, and it's like a neoprene cover. Because when you shoot this little carbine, you've got to get your cheek right down here on this metal tube. And after a few rounds, that'll kind of wear on your cheek. And it's a little neoprene sleeve that fits over this, and I think it was like 13 bucks. They make some accessories for this little thing that make it even more enjoyable to shoot. Keltec makes a quad rail for it, which I'm sure I'm going to get in the future. Watch my channel for that, because when I get it, I'll show it to you guys. That way you can put an optic, which would mount in this position as opposed to back here. It would mount up front, and then it's going to have a quad rail on the bottom where I can put a light or something like that. But now you got to be careful when you start accessorizing this thing. You take away the foldability of it. You put all this stuff on top and all that. That's something I'm going to have to deal with when I get there. Now the quad rail by itself, putting it on there is not going to impede the progress of the stock folding over. Okay? But if I start putting an optic and all that kind of stuff on it, I would have to remove the optic and do all that in order to fold it, to store it. So keep that in mind, depending on what direction you want to go. Just keep that in mind. It is a blowback design. Like I said, it's about 4 pounds is about all it weighs. And it's a 16-inch barrel. It's a carbine. And you can get high-capacity magazines. These are the Glock magazines. They make the 9mm and the 40 Smith & Wesson. They make it available so you can order it and purchase it in order for it to take Beretta magazines, Glock magazines or Smith & Wesson magazines. In my case, I've got more Glocks than anything, so I was glad the guy that I got this from had the one with the Glock mags. So I got really lucky on that one. Something I want to show you that's going to be really cool. I think you're going to want to see this. I'm going to show you how you can fold this thing up and stick it in a pistol case. This is what we're going to use. $10 Plano pistol case from Walmart. Look what I've got underneath here. Got my Dan Wesson Model 15 and my P6 SIG. Love them. Two of my favorites. But watch what you can do with this. This little gun is so compact. Let's see, let's do it like this. Can you see that? Now, magazine. Actually, let's put that one in here. It's got some rounds in it. Magazine. Magazine. Got 4 10-round magazines. 30-round magazine. Look at that. Very compact. So I have a little tactical 9mm pistol caliber carbine. I've got a .357 and a 9mm handgun underneath that. If everything hits the fan, and this is all you can grab, grab you a couple of boxes of ammo. There you go. Isn't that neat? There's a lot to like about a carbine that you can fit in a pistol case. Thanks a lot, guys. Check back for more videos. I've got a lot more to review. And like, subscribe, comment, favorite the videos, tell your friends about it. Thanks a lot, guys. You have a great day.